Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are taking a look at the first two animals coming to us in the Wetlands DLC, the capybara and the red-crowned crane. So first up is the capybara. We have the official screenshot here. Just about perfect in what we'd want for a screenshot reveal. We've got the adult, we've got the babies. They look absolutely fantastic. Loving this. We've been waiting for this animal for a very long time. We finally got it in game. It's going to be awesome to play around with. So we've seen the in-game model. Let's compare that to its real-world counterpart here. And for this one, Frontier has been extremely faithful to the real world animal. Their animals are getting more and more realistic as the DLCs go on, which is just fantastic. They're starting to get away from the more cartoony look while still keeping a little bit of stylization, which fits in with the game. They captured the hair texture, the expression, that kind of half bored funny little face that it has looks wonderful. The fact that the babies look like little miniatures of the adults is actually just perfect because they do. They just look like little miniatures. So what we're getting is the greater capybara. It's a giant cavy rodent native to South America, largest living rodent, and member of the genus Hydrochaeris, which refers to its aquatic nature. Its only living relative is the lesser capybara, but it is closely related to guinea pigs and rock cavies, and more distantly related to the agouti, the chinchilla, and the nutria. Can be found in groups as large as 100 individuals, usually lives in groups of 10 to 20, so we'll be able to make nice populated habitats with these guys. Don't know if we'll see our in-game requirements will accommodate 100 of them, but we should be able to have pretty good sized herds of these guys. So they are a semi-aquatic mammal found throughout South America, all countries of South America except for Chile. This is the range of the greater capybara, so the entire Amazon basin, basically everything east of the Andes. They're herbivorous, feeding on grasses and aquatic plants. Known to be gregarious, sometimes found solitary, but more commonly found in groups of 10 to 20, with as many as 50 to 100 during the dry season. So our capybaras are going to be able to demonstrate their bathing behavior in game. This is not something they're known to do in the wild. It's actually a behavior that they show in captivity, mainly in zoos in Japan. In the Izu Shibuten Zoo of Japan, they gave their capybaras access to the onsen or hot springs and found that they really like this, and other zoos across Japan have followed suit, letting their capybaras relax in the hot springs during the winter. Kind of gets them out of their indoor holding, lets them play around and enjoy the hot water, and found out that they quite like it. Capybaras are extremely popular in Japan. There's a cartoon character, Capybara-san, that has really increased the popularity of these guys. So you're starting to see things like cat cafes, but with capybaras instead. They're also becoming popular as pets, which is never great when you have wild animals kept as pets. But these will be a fantastic addition to our zoos. Looking forward to building for these guys, looking forward to adding them into some larger wetlands, Patinal style builds. Absolutely a fabulous needed addition to Planet Zoo. So next up is the red-crowned crane, and this is one that we did not see in the trailer. Absolutely thrilled to get a look at it here so quickly. Yeah, the model is fabulous, very faithful to the actual animal. Cannot wait to build for these. This is actually the first bird that we've gotten added to the game since Australia with the cassowary. So Much, much, much needed addition to Planet Zoo. Looking forward to this. Absolutely just a fabulous, faithful model. The textures look amazing, the feather textures, their black tails, their little red crowns. Everything looks spectacular with these guys. So the red-crowned crane, Grus japonensis, it's also known as the Manchurian or Japanese crane. It's among the rarest cranes in the world. In parts of its range, it's known as a symbol of luck, longevity, and fidelity. So let's take a look here. This picture didn't come out quite as large as I hoped it would, but they are a very large crane. They have that classic crane shape with their black. These are actually their wing tips, but when they're standing on the ground like this, it does appear to be a tail. They're known for an impressive mating dance display, which apparently our in-game cranes are going to be able to display. Yeah, so they are named for the patch of bare skin on the crown, which is red, becomes brighter during the mating season. Overall, they're snow white with black on the wing secondaries, which can appear almost like a black tail when the birds are standing. Males are black on the cheeks, throat, and neck, while females are pearly gray in these spots. So these are two male cranes. This one in the background here is a female. So in the spring and summer, they are migratory. They breed in Siberia and eastern Russia, northeastern China, and occasionally in northeastern Mongolia. Breeding range centers in the Lake Khanka region bordering China and Russia. So the population of the red-crowned crane is quite low. It's known to be only about around 1,800 in the wild, and there's about a 950 population or 950 bird population resident in Japan's Hokkaido region. Of the migratory populations, about 400 to 500 winter in China, and the remaining 1,000 winter in Korea. They are quite rare. There is a captive breeding program that is releasing cranes into the wild to boost their population, and there are several breeding populations in zoos around the world. So they do feature pretty heavily in myths and legends in Taoism. The red crown crane is a symbol of longevity and immortality. It's also a symbol of nobility. Depictions of the cranes have been found in the Shang and Zhou dynasties and ceremonial bronzeware. So the most pressing threat to the red crown crane is habitat destruction with the draining of wetlands that they need to nest in. In Japan, little proper nesting habitat remains, so the local breeding population is near its saturation point. In South Korea, it's designated as a natural monument and is considered a first-class endangered species. So these guys are going to be just an absolute fantastic addition to Planet Zoo. I cannot wait to build for these guys. I think this is going to be one of the first animals to build that I'm going to build a habitat for. Looking forward to it. I can't wait to see them display this mating dance behavior. Hopefully they will do it even if we have mating turned off for us sandbox players, because I'd still like to see them do it even though even though I never ever enable mating in any of my sandbox zoos. So one thing we don't see in the screenshot reveal is any evidence of the babies. However, depending on the age that Frontier chooses to display them, could have something like the flamingo babies, which are kind of middle juvenile, or we could have something absolutely tiny like these little ones here. So this is what they look like as babies, little fluffy chicks. So those are our two species reveals so far. There should be another one tomorrow, and in the following days, we'll get a look at the other ones. Absolutely thrilled that they chose to give us the crane early on. I know that's one that I was really looking forward to. So let me know in the comments down below, what reveal what animal that we haven't seen yet are you most excited for. The Nile Lichway, the spectacled caiman, the newt. Let me know. Like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.